Alert this midday, you have less than a week to file your taxes. So if you haven't done that, you might want to get on that. But if you were expecting a refund, you've likely already filed them. Now that you have that money in the bank, Melanie Hasty-Grand with Waterstone Private Wealth Management has the details on how to make the most of that money. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, first up, you say you sent, what should you do when you get that money back? You should save it, you're saying.
That's right. Well, we're conducting a survey at Waterstone Private Wealth Management. It's on our Facebook page, and it's a chance to win $50 for a Visa gift card. But some of the local results so far have been kind of fun. It looks like about 60% of local residents believe they're going to be getting a tax return refund back of $500 or less, and about 40% think they're going to be getting more than $500, with 26% of those thinking that it's going to be more than $1,000. So that's great.
That's great. Right? Definitely. Well, some of us want to spend that extra money on vacations, luxuries. I told you I spend mine on a trip, but it was for a wedding, so you said that's okay.
That's right. That was one of your bucket list items. So the first thing we suggest that you do to make the most of your tax return is to pay down your debt. Start with credit cards, then your car loans, then your house payment. Secondly, build an emergency fund. If you don't have one, start one. If you have one, add to it. 3 to 6 months is what we look for. That's in case you have an emergency. You're laid off, you have another emergency. It's kind of like having a fire extinguisher in your home. You hope that you don't ever have to use it, but if you do, you're glad it's there. Third, then we suggest that you invest 10% of your income each month to some kind of retirement savings. So whether it be a 401k, 403b, your IRA. Right now in 2017, you can invest $5,500 into a Roth IRA, and if you're over 50, you can do $6,500.
Nice.
So that's a nice thing to do with it.
Yes.
And lastly, we have at Waterstone, we have a program called My Bucket List, Dream Plan Do. And what it's about is helping people to identify what it is that's important to them, like going to your sister's wedding.
Yes.
And
had to do that.
Right. So to identify at least 20 items that are really important to you, and then we help you design your money around your life. So that at the end of the payday, you're not going, where did all that money go? And I didn't have anything, and nothing to show for it.
Yeah, so with all the investing, you say it's really good to invest. How can we have a little fun with our tax returns?
Absolutely. It's important to have fun.
Yes.
Hopefully that's some of those bucket list items.
That's what life is about.
That's right. That's right. Having fun along the way, not just in retirement. So hopefully, that's part of your bucket list items, is making sure that you're doing things that are really important to you to have fun.
Definitely. Well, looking ahead to next year's taxes, what are some deductions that people overlook when they file themselves? Because you can either go to a place, get them done, or lots of people get TurboTax. What do they overlook?
That's right. Well, sometimes people overlook, charitable donations. So that's one item that you may overlook. If you own a business, you're going to make sure that you're taking all the business expenses that you can possibly take against the earnings that you have. I always say, I hate to pay taxes, but I want to be fair and I want to pay everything I owe, but not a penny more.
Yes.
So it's just important for people to, work with their accountant or their CPA to, identify what the deductions are and what they might be able to take off. And also contributing to your 401k or your IRA, that's a great big tax deduction that often you can take off that people don't think about. Sometimes I hear folks say, well, my employer matches 4%, so I only contribute 4%. But if you contributed all that you could contribute to your 401k plan, you get to take all of that off. So that's a great deduction.
Well, that's very good and all wonderful tips. But the good news is the tax deadline is a little later for us this year, so make sure you have those papers filed by April the 18th.